Saturday edition of Time on Overtime on the Time on Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenault. And on today's show, we're going to do a little Tigers, a little postmortem on the Red Wings, and obviously just 5 days away from the NFL draft. Now, we're going to devote most of this show to that. Tigers last night. Well, before we do that, let me put in a good word for, as you see me do so many times before, a good word for a good man who, without his technical assistance, this production would not be possible. Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale is the place to go for any tech help, any technical assistance you may need with whatever you got going on, be it you're laying the market for a computer, be it new or used, or maybe the computer you got needs a little work done on it. Tim is the guy you want to see. He and his crack assistant, Zach, will fix you right up in there. Uh, Printers, they've got printers. Like I said, if you have just bought a new flat screen TV that you needed mounted and the program, Tim's your guy. He'll fix you right up. And like I said, he is the best technical services man in our area, anywhere around here. So he's at 37 Howell Street in downtown Hillsdale. That's about 100 yards west of, I'm sorry, I said Howell Street. He's not on Howell Street, but he's just around the corner from Howell Street. I lost his address already. It's 37 Waldron. How about that? I had it right here in front of me and I lost it. He's at 37 Waldron Street in downtown Hillsdale. It's about 100 yards west of Howell, on the north side of the street, right on the alley. You can't miss him. Get in there and see him. And when you do, tell him Rick sent you. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks. So we got that out of the way. There you go, Tim. Tigers last night, again, did not play well defensively. Jack Flaherty did pitch good. The Tiger high in the strikeouts this year with 10. Kerry Carpenter had 4 hits. And the rookie up from Toledo, Wenceel Perez, kind of redeemed himself. He messed up a fly ball in the 6th inning that allowed 200 runs to score eventually and allowed the Twins to tie the game. But he did have the game-winning hit in the 9th inning. And that's the great thing about baseball. It is such a forgiving sport. It gives you the opportunity to redeem yourself like that. And that's exactly what the young man did. And I'm happy for him. I'm sure he felt a lot better after that than he did after the 6th inning. So what is it with the Tiger defense? They started the season playing really well, but this past week or week and a half, ever since when they came back home to play the Twins last weekend in Detroit, they better clean it up. They do have a winning record right now. They're 11-9. They're 3 games behind the Guardians and 2 behind the Royals. Game in Minnesota today, game in Minnesota tomorrow. Then they're headed down to Tampa for 3 before they come back home next weekend to play the Royals here while the draft is going on in Detroit. So Reese Olson's going today. Casey Mize is pitching tomorrow. Let's hope they can take the series, better yet, even sweep. But they're going to have to clean the defense up. They have gotten off to a better start than they had the last 3 years. I think each of the last 3 seasons they started after 20 games. I think they only had 7 wins. They've got 11 now, so they wanted to get off to a good start. Let's hope they can have, by the time May 1st comes around, they'll be above 500. I mentioned Wenceel Perez. He's up here because Andy Ibanez is on the injured list. He's supposed to join the team Monday in Tampa. So with Gio Urshela tweaking his hamstring last night running down to first base in that cold weather. Perez will probably be staying up here while I'm assuming Urshela will go on the injured list. In the Guardians and the Royals, they both got much better starts than I thought they would. But I don't expect that to continue. So we'll see what happens in that regard. Baseball. As far as the Red Wings go, bitter disappointment the other night. The way the game ended, and I'm not going to go into all of the tie-breaking scenarios that the NHL has set up, but people are asking me, well, wait a minute, they ended up with the same amount of points as the Capitals did. Why are the Capitals in and they're not? Especially since the Wings had more wins. Well, yeah, they did, but the Capitals had more wins in regulation than the Wings did. And that was the tie-breaking formula that the NHL uses now. Might not like it, but anyway, Steve Yzerman spoke yesterday. He didn't really have a whole lot to say. It sounds like Patrick Kane will not be back now that he's proven after his hip surgery he can still be a productive player, goal scorer. You're not going to get any defense on him. I mean, he takes a lot of penalties too, but it sounds like he plans on going elsewhere. I'll be surprised if he's back. And Lucas Raymond is a restricted free agent, so they're going to have to pay him too. And they're going to have to go out and find a new goaltender, an adequate goaltender, better than the goaltenders that they had this year. You know how I feel about the coach. If you listen to Time Out with Andy Brown, I don't think much of Derek Lalonde. But unless there is a huge disconnect between he and Steve Yzerman, he'll be back. But they better make the playoffs next year, or people will not only be talking about Derek Lalonde, but they'll be questioning Steve Yzerman as well. I don't know when the NHL draft is, but I'll have that for you maybe on the next feature or next show we do. So, what do you think of the Lions' new uniforms? You like those? I like the all black look with the blue lettering and the black pants and the blue helmet. I like that. The alternate blue helmet this year with the black stripe down the middle and the black lion logo on it. I think that's a good look. That they were revealed at a special event Thursday night at Ford Field for season ticket holders, but it got leaked, and we knew ahead of time what we're going to look like. Again, I apologize. I'm still battling a voice issue. It has to do with a combination of hay fever and sinusitis. I'll try to get through this as best I can, so please bear with me. There were a couple of 7-round mock drafts that came out this week. One by Dave Brugler of the Athletics. Obviously, I'm not going to go into every pick and every round. I'll tell you who he's picking the Lions, who he thinks the Lions are going to take in their 7 or 8 picks or whatever they've got here. He's got the Lions trading out of 29. Okay. In a trade with the Raiders. He's got the Lions trading back into the 2nd round and getting an extra 2nd round pick and a 3rd round pick. I don't think they're going to do that. I hope they don't. But so anyway, he's got them. They won't have according to Brugler, they will not have a draft pick until pick number 44 in the 2nd round. He's got them taking Zach Frazier, the offensive lineman out of West Virginia. Pick 61, Braden Fisk, defensive tackle out of Florida State. Pick 73, Jalen Polk, a wide receiver out of Washington. At pick 77, Kalen Carson, a CB, a quarterback out of Wake Forest. Pick number 164, Braden McGregor, an edge. I like this pick, an edge out of Michigan. I don't think he'll be there at 164 though. Pick 201, Will Reichard, kicker out of Alabama. Pick 205, Sione Vake, a safety out of Utah. And pick number 249, Johnny Dixon, a quarterback out of Penn State. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think they're trading down. I don't think that's happening. You know, when you're just a player or two away from going to the big dance, to me, trading down is the move of a team that's still rebuilding yet, trying to pick up extra draft picks. The Lions don't have to do that. You know, they're not that. I mean, they're not that far away from getting the big dance. But there was a signing too. The Eagles earlier in the week gave Devontae Smith, their wide receiver, a 3-year contract extension for about $75 million, $25 million a year. What does that do for the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown? If Smith's getting $25 million a year, St. Brown should be getting, I'd say, 27 and a half, probably. So you just want, obviously, sometime after the draft, I guess I know the Lions are busy working on the draft right now, but they will get Jared Goff and St. Brown signed. And both these guys are going to get a lot of money. So, I noticed too, Justin Jefferson, the Vikings wide receiver, he wants to get paid. And he's skipping all of their voluntary mini camps, by the way. Maybe he's trying to send them a message. Jake Bates of the Michigan Panthers kicker continues to kick like crazy. He loves kicking at Ford Field. He's 5 for 5, folks, on field goals at Ford Field. He's made field goals of 62, 64, 62, a couple of more from 55. The guy loves kicking at Ford Field. Lions sign him, bring him into camp, let him compete with the money badger for that kicking job. Anyway, what I think the Lions are going to do is trade up. If the guy that they have become smitten with is they see that he's falling, I think they will attempt to trade up. Obviously, I don't know anything. Brad Holmes doesn't call me every day and tell me, give me an update on what they're going to do or not going to do. I don't know anything about that. Nobody else does either. I think I know they've had conversations with the Colts at 15 and the Rams who were at 19. If they see a guy that they're smitten with starting to fall down around that area, I can see them trading up. Brad Holmes has enough draft capital now this year and next year. They've got enough ammunition to trade up, and the players that I'm thinking of that they would be trading up, to me, there are 5 or 6 players that I can see them trading up to get. One would be Edge, Dallas Turner out of Alabama. Darius Robinson, the guy from around here, another edge out of Missouri. He'd love to play here. He's already said that. Quarterback Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo, but the guy I really think they're smitten with, and he was in Allen Park last week. Terrion Arnold, in my humble opinion, the best quarterback at this draft. If they see him falling down around 15, maybe even 12, I can see them trading up to get him, attempting to get him. And if you're going to the draft, if you're going to the draft, I would liken that. I would compare that to New Year's Eve in Times Square. So There are a lot of outfits in the surrounding area of Detroit offering package deals of the shuttles, giving you a shuttle bus, bringing you in a shuttle bus. But still, that I don't know. I just some people like being around and that sort of thing. It's an event. I understand that, and it's a chance for Detroit to really show the rest of the world what we've got here. But if you are going to the draft, the only advice I can give you is leave early. Good luck on trying to find a place to park. Uh, I'll do one more show, by the way, before the draft. Like I said, what I am telling you, folks, is merely a conjecture on my part. Uh, Obviously, like I said before, Brad Holmes doesn't call me every day and tell me what's going on. I will attempt to. I better get some more tea and honey in me, I guess. I will attempt to do another show before the draft if I have a voice left by then. But also, right after the draft, next Thursday night, I'll be doing a show next Thursday night and Friday night, immediately following the draft. So keep that in mind. And please, folks, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. You'd be doing me a huge favor by doing that. Sometime, too, in the not too distant future, I hope we have an official sponsor we can talk about. So, have we covered everything? I think so. Don't forget every Saturday morning with Andy, Time Out with Andy Brown from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM. And I will be talking to you guys probably one more time before the draft. So until then, thanks for watching.